Welcome back to Timeless Bible Stories. Today, we're diving into Genesis, a foundational narrative revealing God's promises and His work through imperfect people. Let's jump in. First, Abraham, the father of faith. In Genesis 12:1-3, God calls him from Ur. "Go from your country to the land I'll show you. I'll make you a great nation and bless you." This kicks off the Abrahamic covenant: land, descendants, and blessing. At 75, Abraham obeys, and Genesis 15:6 says, "He believed the Lord, and it was counted as righteousness." His faith wasn't perfect. He doubted, taking Hagar to speed up God's plan by having a son with her out of wedlock. But his trust set the stage for salvation by faith, echoed in Romans 4. Like him, we're called to trust God's timing, even when it's unclear. Next, Isaac, Abraham's miracle son, is born to Sarah, who was thought to be barren and in very advanced age. Genesis 22 tests their faith. God tells Abraham to sacrifice Isaac at the very last minute. As Abraham was about to sacrifice his beloved son, God provides a ram instead. Genesis 22:18 promises, "In your offspring all nations will be blessed," foreshadowing Jesus' ultimate sacrifice. Isaac's quieter life shows God's faithfulness to his covenant. Our job is to rest in God's assurance. Genesis 25:23 declares God's preferred choice of Isaac's sons, Esau and Jacob, before birth. "The older shall serve the younger." Esau, the older son, trades his birthright for stew, and Jacob deceives Isaac for Esau's blessing in Genesis 27. Jacob's cunning isn't praised. Sin has costs, but God's grace prevails. In Genesis 32, he wrestles God and becomes Israel, the nation's namesake. God redeems our messes, though obedience is better. Finally, Joseph, Jacob's youngest of 12 sons and Jacob's most favored, was sold into slavery by his brothers out of jealousy in Genesis 37. He rises to power with the Pharaoh in Egypt. Genesis 50:20 sums it up. "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, to save many." His story fulfills Abraham's promise, preserving the family into a nation. Joseph's forgiveness shows providence turning suffering into salvation. Our trials are part of a bigger story. From Abraham's faith to Joseph's forgiveness, Genesis reveals a God who keeps promises, chooses the unlikely, and redeems the broken. Hebrews 11:1 ties it together. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. That's the thread through their lives and ours. What's your favorite part? Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more timeless Bible stories.